And we do have a guest in studio today. He is a young man. He is an ambitious individual who has been representing Uganda on very different forums. And we are privileged this morning to be joined by Geoffrey Mutabazi. Geoffrey, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. That introduction sounds very
yes,
glossed over.
Yes, but
thanks a lot.
Geoffrey is actually the founder of Charge Core Technologies. Maybe if you've been scrolling on your news feed, you've been seeing some people hiking mountains with a backpack, but their phones don't black out. Yes, he is charging.
Hamani Kambogo.
Yes, indeed. And yes, Geoffrey is in studio with us today, and he's definitely going to be joining us for this discussion on the future of clean energy and reusable energy in Uganda. Because we do hear, people saying Tesla has come with electric cars and things like that.
Now Rwanda is using electric motorcycles.
Yes.
Same as Uganda.
Yeah. No, but I think as a government they've moved that policy now, and they are homemade. So. Yeah, it's an interesting discussion to have.
Yeah.
Yes, and welcome to the show, Geoffrey. We're very, very pleased to have you. Now, first of all, just to kick off this conversation, for the unlearned ear out there, maybe there are people who have not heard of sustainable energy, or they've heard of it, but they're saying, what is sustainable energy? Me, when I put my candle, it sustains me the whole night. When I use my firewood, it sustains me and cooks my food. Could you just shed some light?
Clean and sustainable.
Yes.
Okay, so sustainable energy it's not about the energy, it's about the sustainability. Anything that's sustainable, be it a business, be it a friendship, be it a marriage, be it even a way of life. Sustainability is basically something being able to, last. And I think sustainable energy, in my opinion, is energy that we can use for a long time, for at least last, pretty much. And the clean part is something could be, sustainable, but it's not clean. So maybe you're running a plant using, maybe generating biomass, maybe using biomass to generate electricity.
Yes.
But you're running the turbine, pretty much the equipment that's, running the biomass plant is running off of coal.
Yes.
So then that's not really sustainable. Or you're maybe making electric vehicles, but the entire assembly line is run off of, some fossil fuel, form of energy, maybe coal or something of the sort.
So it's quite a contradiction. Clean, not sustainable, sustainable, but not clean.
Yes.
Okay.
Could you speak into the long-term benefits of using these alternative energies before we even get into the preparation, the processing, because we need to help people understand that yes, as much as there is benefits, there is costs to it, or there is this understanding that you need to have. So
the interesting thing is, when you look at energy as, as a technology, right? Energy was actually the first technology. Fire was the first technology.
Yes.
And fire is basically a form of energy. But when you look at energy, it runs everything. It runs communication, it runs transportation, it runs manufacturing, it runs any economy that's worth talking about.
Even your body runs on energy.
Exactly.
Yes.
So everything runs off of energy. And I think besides even talking about, the benefits in the future, we should talk about the benefits now.
Okay.
It's been seen to be much cheaper to use renewable sources of energy because the cost is much less. From a cost perspective alone, renewables stand stand in a class of their own.
Yeah.
Why am I saying that? Of course, people will say, it's cheaper for me to get a power connection to my house compared to buying a sizable solar system with storage. But look at the long-term payback period. So you're going to keep paying a power bill.
That one that keeps on ding at that particular time. There's
Exactly.
that annoying sound that comes, yes.
So right now we have to compare renewables on a scale of lifetime cost or basically running costs, and basically couple that with the acquisition cost of purchasing that particular thing. But when you compare that with the non-renewables and with also the traditional ways of powering things, so one of the things that renewables have brought is it has brought decentralization. Okay. You can have a bag that has a solar panel on it, and you can charge your phone without having to plug into a power source. Your grandmother in the village can have electricity in her house using a solar panel during day and batteries in the night, without having to wait for umeme or some politician to come and tell them that if you vote me, I'll bring power to your house. So it's brought basically what you'd call power to the people, right?
Literally.
And what that does is it gives you something that it gives you freedom to do a lot with a lot of things. Okay. One of the things that's really interesting is energy, and renewables and the technologies that have come with it have also changed things like construction. You don't have to move around with a drill connected to a power plug somewhere. Right now you have people with battery powered drills. Wow. So look at the freedom that affords you, and then compare that with a fixed grid, which is in most cases running off of non-renewables or off of things like long power lines that basically cut down trees. Yes, of course we are transitioning to concrete. Yes, concrete blocks. Yeah. But of course, all these poles that have been that are being planted on the side of the road have an environmental cost to them. So besides, without even going into the other social benefits of cleaner air, I'm sure everyone who has sinuses or some kind of allergies felt the basically consumed or breathed the best quality air during the first lockdown when there were no cars.
I know a lot of people actually did mention that.
Trust me, I felt like that alone is a huge change. That's a social, benefit that you cannot put a price on. Clean air, I mean, at one point we're going to be putting on masks because of, the impurity of the air. And then lastly, I'll just talk about the mobility aspect. Yes. Running an electric car is much, much, much cheaper than running a fossil fueled car. Right now, I've been, observing the fuel prices. Right now, we're hitting 4,500 per liter. Yes, for 5 years. And that's, I mean, how long can we keep this going?
Probably even go to 5K.
Yes, but look at it, for example, an electric motorcycle, which is about 3 kilowatts battery size, can do, which is 3 kilowatts is basically 3 units of power. Even though we costed the unit of power at, 1,000 shillings, of which it's at 700 shillings. But let's add service charges and all that, and mobile money, take it to 1K. And say, to fill up that bike with 3 kilowatts, right? You need, what, 3,000? That 3 kilowatts is going to take you about 80 to 100 kilometers. Okay. 1 liter of fuel is going to take you, which costs 4,500 by the way, but you round it off to like 5,000, factoring in all the other things. So 5,000, you're getting 55 kilometers. That's on a basic Bajaj BM100s that are, cruising around the streets.
Right.
So that alone, you're looking at, you're getting 100 kilometers out of 3,000, and you're getting
5K.
For 5K, you're getting 55 kilometers.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Renewable energy is a good thing, and I know we've talked about the cost. About the benefits. Of renewables, but now comes the sales pitch. Renewables are not something you'd compare to the current alternatives on a cost by cost basis.
Yeah.
So when we're comparing renewables, we look at the cost, the lifetime cost of using renewables. So if you are going to pay, if you are going to have a solar panel on your rooftop, and you do some basic math and said, if I've been spending maybe 80K, right, per month on electricity, and I'm going to spend, let's say, 3 million on the solar system, right? That would replace my current power needs. For you to get back all your money, you'd need about close to 3 years, right?
Yes, 3 years. Yes.
So that's basically you offsetting your future power bill and saying, I will pay my power bill now, and after 3 years, I have free energy. So you see the comparison. So the comparison is not, I've been paying Yaka of 80,000 per day, per month, and I want to get a solar system of 80,000. It doesn't make sense that way.
Yeah.
But when you compare the running costs and the convenience, also on another point, I know a lot of people are frustrated with power outages. While you're working, while you're watching that nice movie on
especially
Netflix,
this time of work from home.
Exactly.
Always down.
And surrounding areas.
Exactly. And that's a huge inconvenience. With solar,
Yes.
the sun won't wake up one day and say, you know what,
Today I'm off.
Today I'm off.
Shine.
It's been shining ever since you were born. It will keep shining for billions of years, even after you're gone.
Yes.
So that's, I think, from that perspective alone, solar is more convenient, or renewable energies are more convenient. And also, one of the things that we are trying to do is, because Uganda runs off of a lot of renewables, more than 90% of our electricity is generated using renewables. For people in the media and tourism space who are traversing the country, collecting content, or even touring, you're moving around, you need to edit content, you need to have a drone shooting your travel experience, you need to take photos. So all these things run off of batteries, and when you're in such an off-grid kind of setting, you need reliable electricity, and we are basically providing solutions for those. So in the form of basically power stations and charging stations for mobile phones, and very soon a very interesting product that we are currently in testing with a limited set of users, but that's going to change how you essentially charge your phone on the go. So we're basically solving the hardest part and the most expensive part of the energy problem, or the energy transition, which is the batteries. Batteries are very expensive to buy, and very inconvenient to own, mostly because if you wanted a battery that can, for your phone, that can last a whole day and not degrade over time, you'd be spending a lot of money, or you'd be having a huge block of a phone. And same applies to energy storage for for portable kind of applications.
Right.
So we're basically doing exactly that, trying to decentralize access to charging and storage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So now you have a power bank, then you have a charge cord, then you have a charge cord backpack. Wowza.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. And that's we need to put a wrap on this. Thank you so much for joining us today, Geoffrey. I think I've changed my 2022 goals. First of all, I have an electric scooter there. Eki, I'll be passing Eki on the road and waving. Yeah, yes. But thank you so much. Just to wrap this up, just let us know, where can people find ChargeCo?
So ChargeCo is very active on social media, so you can just search ChargeCo on Instagram, ChargeCo _ on Instagram, ChargeCo Technologies on LinkedIn, ChargeCo on Facebook, and at ChargeCo on Twitter. Yeah.